Hi, welcome to Let's Talk Macarthur. This month's bonus episode with Fitzpatrick Robinson Accounting Services and Advisory Group. We welcome back Bryn Robinson. Hey, Bryn, how you doing?
Hi, Mark. Well, how are you?
Yeah, extremely well. Been super busy, which is great. And I know we were just talking a little bit off camera then, and everybody that I'm talking to is super busy leading up to this time towards Christmas.
Super busy. Yeah, we're exactly the same. Looking forward to a break at the end of the year. I bet
Yeah.
everybody is.
I think absolutely everybody has a bit of time with family and friends and,
Mm,
and just relax and
yes.
enjoy it. So
So
what
be
have
well deserved for everybody this year, I think.
100%. So what have you got for us today?
Just something topical, director identification numbers. It's going around. Rick and I did a quick Facebook Live on that topic a couple of weeks ago. We're getting lots of questions. Everybody thinks it's, another Big Brother is watching type scenario. So I just wanted to sort of put everybody's minds at ease a little bit about the purpose of it
Yeah, sounds great.
and how to do it.
I did see the Facebook Live. I thought it was very informative. I did promise in my comments to you at that stage that I'd get right onto it. I haven't, so maybe after today I'll have to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, it seriously doesn't take very long to do, and it's something I probably wouldn't put off because yeah, a year passes very quickly, and yeah, we'll all get to the last minute and we won't have done it. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, fire away.
okay, so I guess I just wanted to cover off on why it's happening. As a business owner and as a tax professional, there's multiple platforms that you need to keep up to date for your business. You've got ASIC, you've got the Australian Business Register, we've got the business portal, the tax portal, we've got our MyGov IDs for our personal information. So what the ATO are trying to do and ASIC is just bring it all into one place. So it'll take a lot of burden off business owners to keep everything up to date, and you'll just be dealing with one platform, which I think is going to be great in the end. So the director identification number really is just the first step in making that happen. So we'll be bringing ASIC and the Australian Business Register all into one place. So it will be great, especially for us tax professionals,
Yeah,
once
100%.
that's done.
And so the
Yeah.
idea of that is once you've got an ID, it doesn't matter how many companies you're a director of, it's the same ID, yeah?
Correct. Yeah, it's going to work similar to a tax file number. So you'll only have one for your lifetime. Once you've been provided that number, you'll use that number every time you want to take on a new directorship. And your ID will be verified with the ATO at that point of getting that number. At the moment, anybody can apply to be a director of a company and you can put down any details and no one's checking or verifying the identification. So it is a little bit scary when you think about it. With
Yeah,
all the
absolutely.
fraud that goes on, you can just imagine there'd be multiple companies out there, I would imagine, with lots of different colourful directors. So
For sure,
yeah,
absolutely. So what's the process? How do we do that?
first you need to get your MyGov ID, and that's different to MyGov. So there's two different apps. Your MyGov ID verifies your identification to a certain degree anyway. Then you just need to go to the Australian Business Register, it's abrs.gov.
Yep.
That platform will allow you to use your MyGov ID to apply for your director identification number. And if you've got a strong identity already on your MyGov ID, which a lot of us do just from recent times and dealings with Service New South Wales, etc., then all you'll need is your tax file number and your residential address that matches with what the ATO hold for you, and you'll get your director ID straight online within about a 5-minute application process. So it's not difficult, but having your MyGov ID as a strong status before you start is going to make it a lot more seamless. Otherwise, you may need your marriage certificate, your birth certificate, if you've changed your name and whatnot. So yeah, do your MyGov ID first and then go on and do your director's ID, and it should only take 5 minutes.
Right. Okay. And then it's just all digital from there. You just
Yeah, I would suggest giving it to the person that manages your corporate compliance for your companies, which is most often your accountant. We've got a special spot on our softwares here where we'll hold that number for you, and yeah, it'll just stay with you for life.
great. So it sounds like a pretty simple process. We don't
Yeah,
need
it's
to do much
simple.
more
It's
than
really
that.
not it's really not as scary as it sounds, and it's not gathering any more information or wanting any more information on you. It's really more about just making it a seamless one-stop place for business.
Yeah. So can they only do it through the MyGov ID and do it online? Is there
You
any other?
can no, you can do it as paper. I've got one client in particular who was not married in Australia, and is getting the MyGov IDs proven very difficult for her. So you can do it via a paper form. It will take longer, and there'll obviously be a turnaround time between the application and receiving your number and all of that. But there is other options if you need to, but the quickest, easiest way would definitely be online.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, and there is a time frame to be mindful of as well, in terms of if you were already a director before the 1st of November.
Right.
This year you've got 12 months to apply, so before November 2022. But if you became a director after the 1st of November and any time between then and April next year, you'll only have a 28-day window to get your director ID number. And then from the 5th of April next year, you'll need to actually have your number before you can be a director. So you won't be allowed to appoint yourself to a directorship without already having one. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they're setting one up, their accountant should be giving them that information.
They should, yeah.
As part of the standard process.
Correct, yeah. And our Facebook page has got some links on it and a very quick ATO video that's the 3 minutes, and it actually shows you exactly what to do visually, which is really helpful.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought what I might do is just get you to email a quick point form on the process there.
Sure.
And we'll attach it into the show notes for this video. So anybody who's watching, instead of them having to write it down, they can just have a look at the show notes and work it out from there.
Yeah, I've already got something like that actually links you straight to the websites that you need. So
beautiful.
Yeah, I'll send that through to you.
Yeah, we'll throw that in, and people be able to follow the bouncing ball from there.
Perfect. Yeah, really, it's really quick and easy.
Yep. And with Fitzpatrick Robinson, do you close down at any stage for Christmas?
We do. We're closing for 3 weeks this year. Yeah, I know. Fantastic. So yeah, our last day will be Wednesday, the 22nd of December, and then we'll be back on the Wednesday 3 weeks after that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well,
one quick shout out I'd like to put, if I can, is we are actually recruiting for business services tax accountants at the moment. So if anybody knows anybody that wants to come and work in Gregory Hills in the hub, beautiful new office, great team, send them our way.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're looking forward to being able to shoot in real life from the hub next year. So once we get all this mask restriction use out of the way, we'll certainly be able to do that. So
look forward to it. Yeah,
it'd be absolutely fantastic. So there's a shout out. So contact Bryn, go through the website as well, or through the socials for Fitzpatrick Robinson Group. I always share the links when I post these through the socials as well. As well as on YouTube. So hopefully you'll be able to find some. It's a good indication that you're super busy, that you're looking to employ.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, it's interesting. We did a predictions 2022 video, and the prediction for unemployment is at only 3.8% by the end of next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're looking for full employment. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how 2022 actually progresses.
It certainly will.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It will, yes.
Yeah. All right, Bryn, you have a great rest of the week.
Thanks, Mark. You too.
If I don't catch up with you beforehand, have a great Christmas, and to the team there at FR Group as well.
Thanks, Mark.
And we'll see you next year.
See you next year.